Miguel is all grown up, and Pixar just confirmed exactly when we'll see him again.
If you've been waiting years for news on Coco 2, today's your day.
Disney just dropped a first look, a villain reveal, and a release date all at once.
Let's break it down.
Back in 2025, Disney's then CEO Bob Iger stunned fans at the company's annual shareholder meeting with 3 simple words: Coco is getting a sequel.
For over a year, that's basically all we knew.
No plot, no cast, no timeline. Just a title card and a promise. That silence just ended. At Disney's D23 fan event, the studio pulled back the curtain on Coco 2, and there's a lot to unpack.
Let's start with the big one, the release date. Coco 2 is officially set to hit theaters in November 2029.
Disney hasn't locked in an exact day yet, but industry watchers point out the timing makes sense. Dia de los Muertos falls on November 1st and 2nd, and the original Coco opened around Thanksgiving back in 2017. Next, the first look. Disney unveiled new concept art showing Miguel no longer the 12-year-old kid we remember, now a teenager, sporting a new haircut, his signature guitar, and his loyal dog Dante trotting right beside him. And then came the twist nobody saw coming. Benjamin Bratt confirmed he's returning to voice Ernesto de la Cruz, the film's disgraced villain who was exposed as a fraud and a murderer at the end of the first movie. Bratt joked on stage that to some fans, Ernesto was a little menace who ruined a career and destroyed a legacy. According to Bratt, the story is set a few years after the original, and Ernesto is coming back for revenge, pulling teenage Miguel right back into the land of the dead.
Behind the camera, the original creative team is reuniting.
Leon Critch, who won an Oscar directing the first film, is back in the director's chair alongside co-director Adrian Molina. Producer Mark Nielsen, known for Toy Story 4 and Inside Out 2, is also returning.
One thing that's still unconfirmed:
whether Anthony Gonzalez, the original voice of Miguel, will return for the sequel.
Disney hasn't announced the full cast yet, so until we hear otherwise, that's still up in the air.
This is a smart move for Pixar. The first Coco wasn't just a box office hit, it grossed over $800 million worldwide and won 2 Academy Awards, including Best Original Song for Remember Me.
It's one of the most emotionally beloved films in the studio's history, and audiences have been asking for more Miguel content for years. But bringing Ernesto back is the real headline here. He wasn't just a side villain, his betrayal was the emotional gut punch of the entire first film.
Building a sequel around his return, years later, with a now teenage Miguel, suggests Pixar isn't just making a cute follow-up. They're setting up a story with real stakes and a villain audiences already have deep, complicated feelings about. The 2029 release also fits Pixar's recent pattern of leaning on proven franchises. Think Inside Out 2 and Toy Story 5 rather than betting everything on original ideas, which have had a tougher time at the box office lately.
Honestly, bringing back Ernesto feels like the right call.
A safe, feel-good sequel would have been easy, but reintroducing the villain who caused so much pain the first time around gives this story real emotional weight. The risk is aging up Miguel too much and losing that childlike wonder that made the original so special. If Pixar balances that right, this could be one of their most powerful sequels yet.
So what do you think? Is Ernesto's return the perfect villain comeback, or does it risk undoing the emotional ending of the first film? Drop your theories in the comments.